Welcome to the Human Zoo. Gas Station by Carter A. Christofferson. This is Gag. Possible serial killer, definite town pump employee, and a popular exhibit in the Human Zoo. Gag rang up my beer and assaulted me with the horrors of social interaction. In one ear and out the other. I was more interested in procuring my adult libations and skedaddling rather than listen to the incoherent rabblings of a mad inbred mix, somewhere between Sloth and Francis Dollarhide. Fascinating specimen, though, no doubt. Hey, you guys! I am the dragon, and you call me insane. You are privy to a great becoming, but you recognize nothing. Baby Ruth? The top of his head was a greasy, shining dome. Like a tactical skirt, his dyed blonde. Screw you, how the hell am I supposed to scribble blonde with a pen? Circled in a perfectly level round from ear to ear. He was probably 7 feet tall. Tall enough and wide enough to block out a whole section of tobacco heaven. A blessing in disguise, as I was tempted by nicotine tubules every time I bought my beer. Out of sight, out of mind. At least that's what I told myself. Addictions never really go away. You just learn how to deal in their absence. But Gag? He may have been the star, but he definitely wasn't the only attraction. Abuela was out, sitting in her ancient Cadillac, smoke in one hand, an asthma inhaler in the other. She'd suck in, almost killing half a cig, and in the same breath would depress the inhaler into her no doubt blackened lungs. It was a marvel that she'd still lived. I saw bloated sea mammals walking upon dry land. Pink hair, emo scene goth shite, crackheads and drunkards. One day, I saw a guy's full ass. He was crossing the street, tweaking, tripped, and his pants and tighty-whities fell right down to his knees. And he was the portlier sort, so it was probably 2.5 moons by my calculations. Looks something like this. You know what it really is? People handling the hardships of life in the only way they know of that is cheap enough to not put them out in the streets. Like the other hobos out there. Gotta at least be a franchisee to afford therapy. Speaking of the homeless, our favorite regular was present, sitting in his place between the newspaper stand and the ice cooler. He was an aged throwback to caveman times, but instead of hucking spears at mammoths, he was begging for loose change outside the town pump. Even when you could hear the change jiggling in my pocket, I always ignored his California raisin visage. Pshaw. I was one step removed from usurping his panhandling territory. One tragedy, one missed paycheck, one more raise in the lot fee, and this would be me. Psychotic caveman with leathery skin, walking through a snowstorm and rejecting all modern concepts of a cold weather coat. Those are tomorrow problems. For today, I'll focus on this writing thing, although I haven't made a dime on this writing stuff. Maybe I will become a Neanderthal after all, wandering I-95 with a cardboard sign, begging for quarters to buy a couple of tall boys from the town pump. Can you say any differently? If you can, maybe you aren't a part of the Human Zoo. Maybe you shouldn't even be reading or listening to this. But me? I don't think I'm the prize poodle in the Piano Dog Show. But I am definitely an underrated prime exhibit for the Human Zoo. Carter A. Christofferson, signing off. You